Hello, you're welcome to today's session. And in this session, which is the first one, we are looking at the Microsoft Excel interface. So the Microsoft Excel interface comprises of five parts. We have the header, the ribbon, the formula bar, the worksheet, and then the status bar. So all of the icons you see at the top here, from autosave, this icon which says save, these two icons, this one, this all the way to the right here are the parts where we refer to as the header. And then when you come beneath here, from file all the way where you see the clipboard, all the way to the right where you see this Adobe Acrobat, that is the part where we call the ribbon. We will look more into that later as we proceed. And then we have the formula bar, this area from here all the way here is the part where we call the formula bar. And then the main thing in the Excel file or the Excel workbook is the worksheet, this part where you can see these alphabets and then these numbers. We'll look at what they signify in the next lesson. And then we come beneath here, this part where we have accessibility. We have this icon here, which is giving us a response that no macros are currently recording. We have this ready, it's in ready mode. And then we have this icon beneath, says normal, page layout, page break preview, and then zoom in, zoom out 100%. So we'll look at all of these in details, but basically, this is the interface of Microsoft Excel. So the top here, so I'm using Office 365, which is also similar to the way the Office 2019 works, except for a few functionalities. So I have here this particular session is where we refer to as the quick access toolbar. In this place, you can add the icons that you would easily use easily. I mean, the ones you want to use more frequently. So we have the save icon here. You always want to save. And one thing that Microsoft Excel does for you is that it suggests the shortcut for some of the commands for you. For instance, the moment I toggle on this icon, it's telling me this is a save icon. And then in the bracket, it is showing me the shortcut, which is Control plus S key, which is Control Save. And then we have this icon, which is the undo, that is Control plus Z. And then we have this two, which is to redo, which is Control plus Y. And then we have this icon as well, which is the sort. If you have a list of items or a list of numbers that you want to sort from the largest to the smallest or from the lowest to the highest, you can just quickly click on this and then it sorts for you. And then there is this drop down as well, which says customize quick access toolbar. When I click on this, so we have all of the icons that are showing at the top there are the ones that are checked here. So if I want to add something, I can just, let's say I want to easily have the access to open a new Excel file. I can just click on this and then it brings this option for me to create a new document, which is, and the shortcut is Control plus N. So that is it. And then over here, I have the name of my Excel document. This particular file is not saved. That is why you can see book one, which is the default name for the Excel file that you have just opened. But if I open another Excel file now, it is going to be book two because I have book one opened already, right? And then we have the ribbons. We have the ribbons, and the ribbons actually have what we call it's divided into three parts. We have the tab, we have the group, and then we have the command. So the tabs are the ones that you can see here with the names. They are basically nine numbers from file all the way to view, but then you can add up these ones later if you want them, and I'm going to show you as we proceed in the next classes. So the name you can see here, either file, home, insert, or the draw, those are the ones we refer to as the tab. And then under the tab, we have the group. And then the groups are also identified by names. So this is a clipboard. This is a clipboard group. You have the fonts group where you can make whatever you're typing bold, italic. You can change the font type, the font size. You can easily increase the font, make it bigger or decrease it. You can fill the background of the cell in which you're typing. You can bring a border. You can change the color of the font, and then you have the alignment group as well. And all of these things that you are seeing here are the commands. So again, we have the tab, which is the name. We have the group, which are all of these commands, and then we have the commands. All right. So the font is the group, and then the icons in here are the command icons. And then you have alignment, align left, align right, align center. We'll look at this as we proceed. And then you have the numbers group, you have the styles group, you have the cells group. And when you go to insert, you have different sets of group as well. You have the pivots table, so you have the tables, group, you have the control group, you have the charts group. And when you go to draw, you have the drawing tools group, you have the input mode group, you have the convert group, then we have the page layout. We'll look at all of these into detail as we proceed. You have the formula, you have the data and the likes. So this is the worksheet. This okay. So another formula bar part, we have two major things. We have the name box and then we have the formula bar. I'm going to be defining some terms in the next session of these videos, and you'd get a better understanding of that. And then we have the worksheet itself, the part where we do our work, and then we have the status bar. So under the status bar, I have a way in which I can view my Excel worksheet. This is a normal view, which is a default. I have the page layout group, page layout view, and then I have the page break preview. If I had something typed in here, you'd have seen better what the page break view does. But we'll look at that as we also proceed. So let's go back to the normal view. Again, we can increase, so we can zoom in if we want to see clearly what we are doing, and we can also zoom out, and then we can also work with this particular icon here, can drag it up or drag it down, and then we can also bring it back here. So that's the status bar, and the icon here is for you to record the macros. The macros are advanced Excel, and pretty much that is it for the Microsoft Excel interface. Okay, let me just take you through one last thing. We have the file tab. All right, you see, like I defined a tab. So the moment you toggle on it, it shows you. So when I click on file, it gives me some options. I can open a new, create a new file. I can open an existing file that I've worked on. This gives me an information on the file I'm working on currently. I can save as. We'll define this later. I can save this as an Adobe PDF. If I want to print, I can click on these. I want to share, export, close, and then I have more. I have options. This is where I can do some advanced things in my Excel file or my Excel software in general. So that's it for today. I will see you in the next class. Thank you.